Yeah. Okay, so this is gonna be the install video for the Truhart front upper control arm. Mine's a little bit different than normal because I already have the Yonaka coilover. So I didn't grind down my OEM upper control arm enough, and it's jammed in the wheel well. If you can see that. So basically, what I found was easiest, because I already got the other side done. It took me like 2.5 hours. If you go ahead and take this out, which it's better to pull the pin, but it was stuck, so I'm just gonna spin it over. So pull this down, and then I can knock this loose. And then if we can, we're gonna try and unbolt the OEM upper control arm first. We're gonna unbolt that and hope that it falls outwards this way so we can just pull straight down. If not, I'll get the Sawzall in here and just cut it. I mean, it's pretty thin, it's not super big. But as far as up under the hood, the battery is taken out, and then you actually have to take off the intake too so you can reach both of the bolts. So we're gonna get that done real quick, and then I will come back to video here in just a second to show what comes next. Okay, so the hub is dropped, it's free, and as you can tell now, it clears up all the space for that in case I do have to get a Sawzall or grinder in there. It's a lot easier than having to work around that. If not, also, these two can just drop straight down to come like this. It's a lot easier, so they're not banging right here. Chris has almost got the intake piping off. He's working on that now. There's like some weird little spring that holds it to where the box sits. So he's working on that, which he just got. Super annoying. The battery's already taken out, and then I guess we'll have to take the tray out too, because that bolt right there is where the control arm connects in, and then that bolt right there. So we'll get those out, and hopefully it'll just drop right down, but we'll see. All right, well, it looks like I got super lucky. After I unbolted both of those, it just fell straight down. So I don't have to worry about grinding, cutting, none of that. Here's the bolt that goes in. It goes in like right about right here, somewhere in this area, and then the other one goes in right there. This is both over the wheel well. So I'm gonna go and pull the coilover out. Chris is working on adjusting the camber on the new one, and then we'll get it set in, bolted down, put everything back together. It should take us like 20 minutes. You do have to take out, you'll have to unbolt the fuse box here, which is 10 millimeters. And there's one bolt there, and then there's two right here with the brackets. So that pops out, and then you have 4 12 mils, I believe, for the battery holder. There's 2 right there, and there's 2 right there. That pops out, and that's really it. It just clears up space so that you're able to ratchet out the bolt that sticks in right there. So we're gonna get this adjusted, thrown in, and I will continue recording here in just a minute. Okay, so update, you actually don't have to pull the coilover out. I don't know why I was saying that. The control arm just fits right around. And then, so you can see there, the camber is maxed out. It's adjusted all the way in because my wheels rub really, really bad. But if you can see, so here's the end. It's a lot smaller than the OEM. I should have done a comparison, but I didn't even think about it. So it is going to clear the wheel well here really nice. We've got one more bolt to throw in on that side, and then it'll be good to go. We'll go ahead and bolt it up here, and it comes with new bearings and I guess the little nut that holds it. I can't think what it's called, but so we'll get it slapped in there, adjust it up, and then should be good to go. Make sure everything's tight, and then put the battery and everything else back in, and it'll be good. Okay, so now we're just bolting the intake back in. If you take it out and you've never done it before, there's one bolt down there at the bottom. It's kind of hard to see, but it is right there. There's one. You can see it a little bit better right there. So that one down there at the bottom, that's there we go. That one. Then you've got this one, that one, and then there's a weird bungee thing around that. So then you can pull that out. That gets your intake out, and then like I said, the battery, that's easy. The 2 over there, the 2 here, and then you've got this bolt, and that bolt for the fuse box, and all that comes out. So we're getting everything bolted back in right now. It's all gonna get set in, and then as soon as we are done, we'll get the wheels put on, get it lowered down, and after you do any type of suspension work, it's always best to get in alignment. My steering wheel is off horribly, so I'm gonna go get mine hopefully tomorrow. But it was actually fairly easy.
Second matters. Today you learn how to make those seconds count.
Hopefully that works.
Just to be clear, Jake asked you about it. The correct answer is no. You got it. Streamers are more eco-friendly anyway. Elaborate. With 2 5.5s in every dummy. 4 5 officers.
Okay. All right. So that's back on. We put the battery back in, and then get my beautiful wheels thrown on and see how cambered out the CRV is. Well, there it is. It is lowered down with the Truhart control arm on. And you can see now I've got a lot more clearance than I had. My tire was eaten up prior. But I'd say like, what, 2-3 degrees of camber? Probably about 3 degrees in there. Enough to get me to sit nice. These are 17x9 plus 30 rotiform lasers on a 215/45/17 Firestone FR 740 tire. But I'm impressed. And then if you can see in the rear, that's with the Truhart rear camber kit. Overall, I'm actually really happy. Now I can see what my coilovers actually ride like without being stuck up all fucking bouncy. But yeah, overall I'm pretty impressed. Everything came out smooth. It went a lot quicker than yesterday. Yesterday it didn't dawn on me that you didn't have to pull out the whole coilover, so I did the most yesterday. Today probably took, I don't know, 30-45 minutes. Alright guys, so here's the end. It's all put back together, and I have zero rubbing, which is fantastic, because before it rubbed everything. The coilovers actually rode terrible because they just bounced from having no movement. So we're in it now. We're going to take it for the first test drive, and it already feels 1,000 times better. So if you get coilovers, I highly advise getting aftermarket upper control arms so they don't get jammed up into the wheel well. But for any questions, you guys can shoot me a DM. If you're looking for the Yonaka coilovers, exhaust hubs, anything else that they make, we do sell it on the site, which is powershiftinc.org. And then you can also message the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/powershiftinc.